Hi everybody, welcome to Wood Fired Weekly at Manna from Devon Cooking School. This week we're going to be talking about pizzas, but specifically how to cook wood-fired pizzas in the Morso Forno, time after time after time without too much delay. For those of you who have Fornos, you'll know that it's a great little oven for cooking all sorts of wonderful things. It's a great patio heater. For cooking pizzas, you can cook a great pizza, but typically then the floor heat runs out, and after you've cooked one or two pizzas, you've got to reheat the floor, so it's a little bit of a staccato process. So we've been working on a technique here for cooking pizzas where you can cook them one after another and not have that time delay. So we're going to show you a few of the tricks that we've been using here. What we've also got in the oven is a fire retainer, and that pushes the fire off to one side, allows us to keep a really bright fire burning all the time. So we have a flame over the top of our pizza all the time, which is going to grill the top of the pizza. It's open at the front here, so oxygen can get in there and keep the fire burning. The other thing you're going to need is a piece of heavy-duty silicone. These are sold as oven liners. You just put them in the bottom of your oven to pick up drippings. Also sold as barbecue grill covers or barbecue liners. And they're heavy-duty, non-flammable, food-safe pieces of silicone. And we're going to sit that on top of the oven, hold it in place with a couple of simple magnets, and we're going to cook the pizza initially right on top of the oven. Recently we've been using the top of the Forno a lot for cooking because it's a great heat source, and we keep thinking of new ways of using it, and it's actually a lot easier to keep it hot than the stone floor because cast iron absorbs heat relatively quickly, and the flame is right up in the top, the heat is right up in the top, so heat penetrates that. So when we cook a pizza on the top, we cook it quickly for 1 minute on the top, take that off. Within a matter of seconds now the top is hot enough for the next one, and then the other pizza goes inside. So if we just have a look at the various temperatures around the oven, inside and on the floor at the moment, 320 there, 260 there, 207 there, 140 there at the front. And I've often seen and tried this technique of having a ring of fire at the back, nice flame licking over the top. Centre of the floor is great, but then as you get towards the front of the oven, there's just not enough heat in the floor. Because we've got this lovely big door, which is brilliant when we're using the oven as a heater, but it just doesn't allow enough heat to get into the stone at the front. And we've also found, as you will have I'm sure, that once you've cooked a pizza or two pizzas on the floor, it's lost heat and needs some reheating. So let's have a look at the heat on the top. So I'm looking to get a heat on top 250 up to 300, not too much hotter than that. I know if we were looking at the base, we'd typically look for a hotter temperature than 300, but cast iron is a much better conductor of heat than stone, so it'll get heat into the bottom of the pizza much more quickly. Over here, just above the fire, I've got 374. I'm not going to cook over here. Away a little bit, 250, 230, and right over there, 218. And we'll see that actually if we put it too far over this side, even at this temperature, that would be too hot. So we'll be erring towards the side away from the fire. Okay, let's see how this works in practice. I want to make sure I've got a nice bright fire burning, flame licking over the top, keeping the top hot and giving me a nice grilling temperature. I'm using fairly small pieces of wood, so I keep a fire burning all the time. Now I'm ready to make a pizza. I've got some well fermented 165 gram dough balls, and I'm going to get 2 of those. Just flattening those down a little bit to start with. And then we're going to use a rolling pin to make them into pizza size. These were actually shaped a couple of hours ago, so they're nice and relaxed. So they should shape fairly easily without springing back too much. So before I do any topping, I'm just going to check my temperatures. 295, 243, bright fire burning. Top of the oven, 250, 265, 240 over there. So I'm just going to keep the pizzas very simple. Just a little margherita. So we've got some San Marzano tomatoes, mozzarella cheese, a little bit of olive oil, and some Parmesan. Now we're going to slide this directly onto the top of the oven. Just being careful that it's sat nicely on top and doesn't slide off the side, of course. Now we can leave that for a minute or so and top our next pizza. So my next pizza is ready to go. And this one, if I glance under there, we can see that it's starting to brown underneath. So I know I've cooked the bottom of the pizza, or started to cook the bottom of the pizza. And then into the oven I go, towards the back of the oven where I know the floor is hottest, and underneath that lovely grilling flame. Second pizza straight onto the peel. And straight onto the top of the oven. Within 30 seconds I can see the pizza on top bubbling up and starting to steam, so we know it's cooking straight away. And you'll notice I'm using the door here because I really want to concentrate the heat behind the door as much as possible. Quite often you'll see with the big refractory ovens, the door's not in place when they're cooking pizzas, but that's because the heat in there is much more intense than we can create typically in the forno. So then I bring that one out when I'm happy that that's cooked. And the next one goes in, and I'm not bothered about the floor temperature so much at all. The bottom of this pizza, nicely coloured, definitely cooked. The top, all lovely and bubbly. Now I'm going to add some basil. And although I'm probably not going to achieve the Neapolitan 60 to 120 second pizza in the Morso Forno, I can at least speed up the process so that I'm able to cook pizzas pretty much continuously using this technique. So the other thing you might find useful sometimes is to lift the pizza so it's right underneath the flame so it gets a little bit of colour. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. And if you do that even for just a few seconds, you'll get a little bit more colour on the cheese, a little bit more character. Just be careful when you are doing this. If your peel gets too hot and then you put your next uncooked pizza on there, it may get a little bit sticky and be difficult to get off. So you might even find it useful to have two peels. So one's in the oven kind of getting hot and one's just picking up the fresh pizza. So there are two fresh margherita pizzas cooked in the Morso Forno in a matter of minutes, and the oven ready to cook the next one and the next one and the next one. We'll provide information, recipe and notes on our blog, and we'll put a link to that below this video. If you've enjoyed the video, please give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe to our channel. We'll see you next time.